back with another one. This is a re-upload because I got a copyright strike on this video because I had music playing in the background and I didn't realise that my mic was picking it up. But I'm just going to run through what I went through previously. Just to basically show people certain buy zones where you're probably going to have a better opportunity to buy certain coins. So if we look on the weekly, we're looking at Matic here on the weekly. We've got the stochastic RSI crossing under. When you know, generally when you get that blue crossing round this area on the weekly, I like to use it on the weekly, the higher time frame, because it generally is correct most of the time. And just to show you certain areas where I will be buying. If you go back down to the daily from this, we zoom in. So we've got on the daily the RSI is up high at the minute, but it is a relative strength index. So this is the stochastic RSI, and you know what you want to see is somewhat along these lines where you start to trend out. So you know you can use your trend lines, get your trend lines in, try and get as many touches as you possibly can on these trend lines, and you can see round this area where you're getting some sort of breakout. And then we've got the same here, we've got another sort of like push up from this candle, and then you know I'm hoping that we can get some sort of like retest around here. This is on Matic, some sort of like little retest around this area, which should push this back down towards the mid-range, and then we'll get another little push up like that. That's what I'm looking for. So the retest should be around this area here. That's what I'm looking at. And then you'll go along around here. Your stop's going to be below that zone. And then you can target out this zone up here, which is going to be a good risk to reward. It ain't just, you know, the coin ain't just going to go like that. You know, you're going to get something along these lines, you're going to get like, and then it pushes out and then starts to trend up towards them areas. That's what I'll be looking at. Then we've got another one here. Where's the other one that I was looking at? Sue, whatever you want to call it. I have called this in crypto whale pumps. This is what I'm expecting. Then you want it to reclaim this area at $1.02. So even if you go on to the weekly chart, let me get rid of that fib, go on to the weekly chart, this $1.02 area here, once it's pushed like it has done, you might see some choppiness, sideways action like I've drawn in here, you know, once it's reclaimed this and then push off. If it reclaims that $1.02 area, like I think it is going to, I will then increase that, and I will be aiming for that area up above. And like I say, if you can see a volume starting to increase slowly, bearish volume is not really coming in as strong as what it previously was doing. And this is what I'm going to be looking at. We've also got, we'll go to the BTC chart and have a little look at this area. Looking at here, if you put your trend line in, you don't have to, but sometimes you can actually use this trend line just to see where it's actually hit and then reclaimed. So what you'll generally see if you put a trend line in, you'll see it start to trend down, hit the trend line, and now what you're seeing is it's reclaimed up above this trend, and now it's started to fire off. So then what you'll do is you'll get another one, and then you'll follow it up. You know, that's what you'll be doing. You'll be following these certain areas up. In effect, what you want to see here is you want to see BTC hold this area here around 68.8 before it then can push for another break up above around this 85 area. I think personally that that's going to be the blow off top. I can't guarantee it because, you know, we're all doing probabilities here, and that's what you're going to be looking at, the blow off top. So like I say, we want to see it hold this area here. If it does deviate back inside like this, you want to see it hold that line before a continuation up. That's what you want to be looking at. You want to see it hold this area here, which is around 65. I was saying in the group that I wanted to see it come back down to retest this is a volume profile here. I wanted to see it come back down to retest the 63 area. It may still do that. It may deviate back inside the trend area, start to go sideways, and then fire off again. But for a continuation move up, really what we want to see is we want to see it hold this area here, and that's BTC. SUI, you already know, I've already put that in the chart. We've got MTL here, and if you have a look at MTL, something a bit similar. Hit the line, hit the line, hit the line, hit the line, reclaimed. So then what you're putting in is, that's a higher low. So if we get this here, lower high, lower low, lower high, you don't want to see it come back up below you, because you might create a lower low. We don't want to see that. What we want to see is, we want to see this retest, as I've got here around this area where there's a lot. See, look, you can see the amount of volume that's actually getting traded in this area. See these little zones here where the volume breaks off. Price generally pushes through really, really fast. So that's what we want to see. You want to see a little retest of this area and then a push off. Looks like we've already had that little retest there. It's come back down, it's retested, and then fired off. Still, I want to see it come back down again a little bit, and then you want to see it start breaking these areas here before a continuation move up towards potentially this wick here. you're going to have a lot of liquidations up here where people have been shorting it. That's your area that you want to be aiming for on MTL. I think there's another one that I was looking at is pith, whatever you want to call it. Something a bit similar to what I'm looking at here. You know, it's a fairly new coin, pith. So you want to see it retest 4436, and then you want to see it fire off. So you're looking at something like this, and then it'll start to go sideways. Break above there, retest. You want to see it break that area, retest, and then a continuation. And like I say, there's where all your liquidations are at, up at these areas, up above, and that's on pith. This blue line's the value area high, value area low, and then you've got your point of control down here. And what you'll see is, see where this big volume node is here. If we get above that point of control will then be here. The point of control will move, and then that's where it's, you know, that's where most of your volume's starting to get traded. If it can get out of this area, if you can see, you've got the big dip here. Like I said, if it comes into that area, it will move fairly fast, because there's not a lot of trading volume in there, which means that will move fairly quick. So yeah, keep an eye on pith. And you want to be targeting out that area there. I've gone through MTL, pith, theta. Let's have a look at theta, tether, theta, whatever you want to call it. That's the trade that I called in the group yesterday. We're above the point of control. We've come back above this area here. I want to see a little retest of around this area. You want to see it retest and then start to fire through. But there is big volume in this area. If it can get to this area here, it will move off fairly fast. Like most coins will move off fairly fast. So if you want to know how we use this volume profile, so what we'll do is we'll get the anchored volume, top of the range, and just click. That's all you've got to do, just one click, and then it'll show you where most of the volume has been traded in these areas. So you want to see a little retest, potentially today, theta. You know, like it did something similar to there. You want to see a little retest. If not, don't worry about it. I'll try and find an entry and I'll post it. And like I say, now coins are actually coming into buy zones, into areas where you really want to be, you know, thinking about buying these coins. Otherwise you're going to end up FOMOing in and potentially getting wrecked, and that won't be good. So like I say, same with Matic, we want to see it reclaim this area here and then fire off. Up and Sue here, up into this here, and I always use spot. I always use the spot area to show me what's, you know, potentially going to be happening. Spot first, then I'll go down and look at the futures. Let's have another little look. You want to see like I said, look, the $1.2 is literally where that EMA is. Let me have a look. It is the 50 EMA. You want to see it get back above that 50 EMA. Hold. EMA will start to trend underneath, and then you'll start getting your push off like that. That's something I'm looking at in Sue. Dogecoin. Yeah, another one. You want to see it getting back above this area, but can you see how all the EMAs now have started to move and cross under this area and then reclaim that area? Your EMAs will start to trend underneath, and then away it should go. Well, yeah, we're just a re-upload, like I say, just a quick one to actually review some of these coins and actually have a little look to see where good areas to buy these coins are. We've got OP here that's actually reclaimed. That bloody pen, it's actually reclaimed now. And you want to see it hold $2.07 area. If it can hold this area and then start to fire off, even if previously, if you come back here and you actually have a look at these areas with your EMAs in, your 10, your 20, you know, to be honest with you, your 10's for the short time frame, don't really need the 10, but we've got the 20 and we've got the 50. So what you want to see here is, you want to see this start to trend like that, and then you want to see the 20 coming up above the 50, and then, you know, you're going to see something like that, and then that can reclaim that area and then fire off again. That's what you're looking at the minute. Gala got hacked. Let's go to Gala. Yeah, Gala got hacked. So not really. I probably won't touch Gala due to the fact that it got hacked. But if you are going to touch it, you want to see something like that again. You want to see this little crossover in here, and then it fire off. But I won't be touching Gala. Like I say, most coins are actually ready to fire off. You know, a lot of the RSIs are at the top at the minute. Well, you want to really be looking at the strongest coins. Like look at how, even when we had that drop from BTC, BNB held. It didn't really have a massive pullback. So I reckon that's going to probably be one of the strongest coins in this run. On the weekly, it's trending down. On the RSI, let me have another little look on this one here. There was a coin that I wanted to look at, and now it's gone out my head. Let me have a little look, see if I can find it. Runes had a really good run. Indu starting to show some strength at the minute. I want to see it hold that area there, 29. Fair enough. You know, even if you look down here at the cipher, you've had plenty of divergences on the cipher, and now money's starting to flow back in. Once you start to see this going blue, money starts to flow back in. Let me see if I can find the coin that I wanted to actually look at now. Tau. Another good one. pushed up above this area. And what you want to see it hold this area now. Potential retest of 384 and then fire off. And then the one that I had a look at yesterday, BCH, Bitcoin Cash. And if you have a look at Bitcoin Cash, I said yesterday in the group, I said round 482 area, you want to be going long. If you'd have gone long at 482 area, you know, you're already up. And you want to see it hold this area here at 522 before potentially another big push off. Look how we've got a load more volume here, but if you look in these areas where it is at the minute, there's no to stop it from pushing off. So that's another one that you want to keep an eye on. Bitcoin Cash. RNDR's already taken off. I wouldn't have been buying RNDR, like I said. You buy on RNDR, we're down this area. Yeah, where you started to see divergences, where money started to flow back in. Money's starting to flow back in right now. Let's have a look at dominance. Yeah, USDT dominance starting to fall off. Total 3. Yeah, total 3 starting to push again. Hopefully we can reclaim this area on total 3 and then have a nice big push off like this. That's what we're looking at. That's what we want to see. And if we do, this is going to be the altcoin rally that everybody's been waiting for. So yeah, look, easy way just to look at certain coins and see, you know, are they going to push off? Are they going to hold these areas? You know, look at Ethereum yesterday. Look at the print on Ethereum yesterday. You know, you're trending down. And to be honest, you wouldn't have been able to predict that. That candle there is a 20% candle in one day. So from 3,000 up to 3,700. You wouldn't have been able to predict that. That's hard to predict. Let's have a little quick look at BTC dominance. Yeah, dominance has started to trend down when BTC is pushing up, which is another good sign for the altcoins. We want to see BTC dominance come below here though, really. You know, that's what you want to see with BTC dominance. Come back down to this range low here. That's what you want to watch. You don't want to see something like that where it hits that and then starts to trend back up. And then obviously if you've got your trend line in like this, you don't want to see that. You don't want to see nothing like that. But yeah, that'll be me. I'm going to go off now, have a little look at certain coins, see what I can dig out. I always say, don't forget, join Crypto Whale Pumps chat. Good group of guys in there, great traders. You know, we all chip in together and help each other out. So I will catch you in the next one, and happy trading, guys.